Hey y'all, I'm back with another reading. Um, like I had taken a little bit of a break, just busy, whatever the case may be. And like I said, that doesn't mean that I stopped getting downloads. But here in the past week, I've been getting so many downloads. Um, One in particular, this song by Rihanna called Fading. And in this song, basically, she's talking about this person fading into the background, basically. Like, they're like the disconnect, whatever. Anyway, so I pulled some cards. I have a new deck. It's the Hoodoo Tarot. And I pulled some cards so I don't have to be like, oh, what the fuck? To get an idea of what's going on. So I believe this is the collective. Now, if you're cross watching, take it how it resonates. I believe this is you feeling this way. So we have the World's card here along with the it's called is Dim Bones, which is judgment, right? So right away when I pulled those two cards, I'm hearing you called judgment. I'm hearing honestly time of death, such and such a time. You know how people do that when people pass away. What I've gathered already is the fact that there was something or someone you were trying to nurture. Maybe a situation, a romantic relationship, friendship, or just maybe something, a material thing, maybe a job or whatever. I don't know just yet. But it was the vibe with the cups here, which is the three of baskets in this deck. It's giving me something that was supposed to be emotionally fulfilling to you, or at least you thought it was. And this is you or your person taking our resonance or the thing, pouring your heart into this. And what's weird is the fact that, first of all, rabbits are fucking significant to this. Whether you see a rabbit on TikTok or on TV or what, like, or in person, dead ass, bro. I've never had this happen. I didn't even know we had rabbits. I know they like exist, but I've never seen one. I dead ass was sitting in my car and I saw a fucking rabbit come out of the forest. Like, I live in a area where it's like a bunch of trees or what the fuck ever. It's a lot of forest activity going on where I live. And I know there's deer and everything else, like, you know, wild possums, what the fuck ever. I have never seen a fucking rabbit in person outside of like the fucking pet store, right? And it literally came out the fucking bushes. I was like so amazed. I was trying to take a picture and then it hopped and went into the fucking like forest or what the fuck ever. So super cute. Like, oh my gosh. But anyway, so what's weird is that I was on the phone early and I was talking about being the garden and not the hoe. And I don't mean as in like being a hoe as in like, oh, I, you know, sleep around or what the fuck ever. A hoe as in like doing the digging, doing the gardening or whatever. Anyhow, it's weird that it popped up this way. But we have the garden here. And what has happened is the fact that this is the World card. This is something you had been putting all your attention into, your heart, your love, sweat, and tears into a situation. As you see, she is pretty much you know, watering her garden, right? I'm hearing like a vibe of you trying to create the life that you want. And the reason why I'm being drawn to saying this is it's probably going to be a long reading. Also, side notes, I'm going to start putting my readings on YouTube. My YouTube is in the link up in the bio, what the fuck ever. Go subscribe because I'm gonna start putting videos up there as well. But anyhow, what's my fucking train of thought? Anyway, this is something that you were putting all your effort into. She is literally bending over, and you know, a garden takes time and effort. You got to grow shit, planting seeds, nurturing it. And this is a vibe. They're wanting me to say you were nurturing something like your own garden because there's an energy of most people wanting what other people have or they don't want to do the work to ensure that their garden is actually looking the way they want it to look. They would rather either take it from someone else. You know, it's giving me the vibe of wanting the rewards or wanting the results without the putting the work in. You spent a lot of time in whatever this is, right? And also this is a World card. But what has happened is the fact that you've called judgment on this situation. There was something that you wanted that was supposed to be emotionally fulfilling, that you spent a lot of time nurturing and growing and being very delicate or whatever. And I'm hearing, side note, this is for maybe one person. I just heard something. If someone is trying to get pregnant, somebody could be having a hard time trying to conceive. There is going to be, I believe, you'll be pregnant, you'll conceive, and it'll be like a healthy baby boy. That's like a side note. But anyway, you call judgment on the situation. And it's because it's a vibe of me getting the fact that whatever you were doing, whatever you're trying to pour your heart and soul into was not giving you what you wanted. Also, I'm hearing that the thing that you thought was going to give you the most emotional fulfillment, you found out for that not to be the case. So you ended up having to call judgment and say, I'm swear to God, I'm hearing time of death. You have to be like, go, you're seeing those like Grey's Anatomy, which I tried to watch that. I watched a lot of it, and then it was so stressful I couldn't continue on. And it's a bunch of those seasons. So anyway, but if you've seen Grey's Anatomy or any like doctor show, what the fuck ever, you know they have that, go ahead and call it. And the doctor that's like, especially in Grey's Anatomy, 5 for 5 on the timestamp. And they're like not wanting to call it, like, no, like I'm still working at it, like just not yet. And they're like, call it, and it's giving me already like a vibe of a stubborn heart, not in a bad way, a good way, because you really wanted whatever the situation was. And spirit was like, fucking call time of death on the situation. And you finally was like, fuck it, time of death, blah, right? And so even with this situation, I'm sitting here looking at like how she's looking, and she's like shocked. So whatever this was that you were pouring your heart and soul into, if it starts to hone in on a relationship, I will definitely say so. I'm not sure. But was shocking to you, because it's like, I'm seeing a vibe of somebody scratching their head being like, I thought that was going to work. I did so much. What the fuck? Some of you could have been, I'm also hearing Spirit say, some of you could have been like in school for something, and you trying to go about it the right way. Like, it's giving me conditioning energy. Like, if you want to make, the term, like in a sense, if you want to make money and be wealthy or, live a decent life, go to school, go to college, whatever. And I'm getting a vibe of somebody trying to follow that straight and narrow path, putting all that effort into something, even though they didn't truly want that situation, or like they didn't really want it seriously, but it was just what was expected of them. And for some reason I had to call time of death on some situation, like in regards to schooling or college or something. And it's like, and then although it was very painful, I'm literally at 7 minutes and I'm just on the first 2 fucking cards. It's gonna be one of those things. Anyway, it was painful and it was shocking, because you're like, some of you could have continuously failed a certain class or having to repeat or just like whatever. And you're like, how is this not working? Why am I not getting anywhere? And it's because of the fact that you were following society's idea of you. You know what I'm saying? Or your parents, or what the fuck ever, they, whatever. And that wasn't something you wanted. Some of you guys could have had dealings with somebody like a parent, or just somebody saying, you should like go and like be let's just say a doctor. And you're like, yeah, I guess I'll be a doctor. Sure. Like, and you're going through school and there's nothing about that. You're like, I just want the money. You're not really passionate about it. And you're not getting through it. And it's because you weren't supposed to. And you were stubborn about it, because I'm hearing Spirit say, time of death, call time of death. And you're like, no, not yet. I'm getting a vision of somebody like giving chest compressions or what the fuck ever, being like, no, not yet. And then like the flat line, I'm hearing and they're like sitting there kind of quiet, like, okay, like she going through something, he going through something, I'm gonna chill. And call time of death. All right, cool. Now let's go, right? So that is like literally what I'm getting already, right? So this is probably going to be a long ass reading. I'm not going to say what's that. Whatever. You want to watch, you watch. If you don't, whatever. So we have the 3 of baskets here and the Son of baskets, which is the 3 of the 3 of cups and the 909 on timestamp and the Page of Cups. So what I'm getting is a vibe that like there is something that what you thought was supposed to be for you, what you thought you were supposed to be doing, or what you thought was supposed to bring you emotional fulfillment wasn't. And it was a vibe either like I wasn't good at it, or I didn't like it. It was one of the two, like either you weren't good at it, you didn't succeed at it, and or you hated what you were doing. Whatever that is, either whether that's somebody you were dealing with or whatever. Some of you guys could have been with a actual person. Come to part 2. All right, so part 2. Some of you guys, this was a person that you wanted. Like, it's giving me a vibe of, for some of you, that this is somebody that you really wanted for a while, and you finally got that person or whatever and was like, what the fuck is this though? Like, some of you guys were trying to reunite with someone or what the fuck ever, and it wasn't that. And you had the hardest spirit kept saying, call time of death, call judgment, because this is a judgment card, call judgment. And you're still doing them with chest compressions. Like, I mean, this is like, it's not funny because this is, you know, I understand the emotion behind how badly you, and for a lot of you, this is a person. Take it how it resonates. But this is something you loved, or someone you really, really loved, and you did not want to give up. You didn't want to give up. And they kept saying, call it, babe, call it, call it, call it. And you're still giving them chest compressions. And with this, I'm hearing this long, like, flatline noise, which I'm getting a vibe of spirit trying to indicate how long this situation was dead before you said, fuck it, time of death, 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So you put a lot of effort into this. So as we move over, we have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Baskets. Now you're fucked up. Now you're mentally fucked up. Whether this is emotional. This is the Cups. You are hurt to your core at this point because what you thought you wanted and or needed, or whatever the case may be, what you sought after didn't seek you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do well in it, or they didn't. If it's a person, they didn't like you, or they didn't give you the same energy that you were giving them. And at this point, we have you with this ending, calling the time of death or what have you. And now you're like, your cup is empty. You poured out all that. You're like, you know what? I'm getting a vibe with somebody just being pissed, hurt to their core, hurt, and just being like, fuck it. And because the cups are emotional, usually, you know, the cup is about being something in it. You pouring out those containments of whatever's in it, because this is upside down. It's the cup, and it's falling out. So it's giving me a vibe that whatever this was, you gave up on it. Whatever this is, an idea or what have you, because it puts you in mental conflict. You're like, how did this not work? It's giving me a vibe of somebody that's sitting there being like, I did everything right. I followed the rules. I communicated, I was upfront, I said this, I blah, 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 and whatever, and they still cheated. Or I went to school, I attempted to like finish, you know, whatever, I didn't finish because I couldn't. Or life came, or whatever. Or I finished, and now I got all this debt of school or something, or a business, or whatever this emotional fulfillment was or is, and I failed at it. I you know, poured my savings into a business, and it went belly up. You know what I'm saying? That type of vibe. So you're sitting there sick to your fucking stomach, like, what the fuck? And angry. Like, I'm kind of getting a vibe of somebody punching at the air, like mad, because it's like, that, how did this fuck up? I had all the right ingredients. I went and got the flour, I got the sugar, I got the milk. I took my time, and it's still what my efforts wasn't good enough. And so that's where you've been after you called this time of death that took you a while to call it. And let's see, I'm gonna pause and shuffle some more, one moment. All right. So I drew some more cards. So I have the Ten of Sticks, which is this 10 of Wands. 5 of Sticks, 5 of Wands, arguments, disagreements, or what have you. We have Father Sims, which is Temperance, and we have Miss Ida, which is the High Priestess. So this is what I'm getting, is the fact that after this took place, and you're sitting, the thing is, okay, so this is what I'm getting. You were carrying around all of these burdens that other people placed on you. With this 5 of Wands, it's giving me that there is, or what was, or will be, or what the fuck ever, depending on where you are in the situation, a lot of people that had much right to say about what the fuck you was doing or didn't do, what you did or didn't do, right? And with these people, so this 5 of Wands, you see this lady, like, she's up at the front, like, mad, and it appears that they're gossiping about her, right? You know. And so what I'm getting is the fact that you, for a very long time, allow people to dictate what you did. And I'm hearing, whether you did or didn't, they was gonna talk shit anyway. Because I'm hearing that they just wanted to talk about you, period. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like one of those things when somebody don't like you, there's nothing you can do to make them like you. Either you like me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But you thought that you did a lot of trying to placate to other people and what they expected of you and not doing what you feel is right. There's a lot of, I feel like, toxicity that you were needing to break out of, right? In regards to people's opinions held a lot of weight to you. And this could have been a spouse or significant other that you couldn't make the moves you wanted to make or what the fuck ever because they didn't uphold whatever you wanted to do. And when that wasn't the case, they were talking about you anyway. So like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like, right? You know, people be like, they gonna talk anyway, so give them something to talk about. That's these people, right? That's what's going on. And you had to get to a point where you were carrying other people's shit on your back, other people's expectations of you, what other people felt like you should do, things that people sat there and said you should have been able to do, but they couldn't do them fucking selves and was judging you for it, or what the fuck ever. This is what was going on, right? And it looks like you, at this point, you walked to a certain point, and then there was something that was given to you with this 10 of sticks to release those burdens. So we have the Temperance card, and we have the Mother of Knives, which is the Queen of Swords, right? What happened though? You sat back and started to think and get to yourself, come into yourself, and you came into this Queen of Swords energy, right? She's intuitive. She gives no fucks about how people look at her. She does not care. She's going to do what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? And she will take that motherfucking sword and cut you smooth the fuck off with no issues and keep going, right? A Mother of Swords, a Queen of Swords is what is needed sometimes, right? But this is where they were trying to get you into this, your own energy, your own elements of things. Not, some of them I'm hearing could have been like, maybe some of the people could have been wanting you to get married, or maybe looking down on you because you weren't married, you didn't want that. And instead of you saying, no, I don't fucking want that, so I'm just going to do what I need to do or do what I want to do, you allowed them to push you into things that weren't for you. Like, everybody's path, everybody got their own journey, right? One size don't fit all. So we have the Five of Baskets here. You're sitting here with this grieving energy, this fucking spilled milk, woulda, coulda, shoulda, or what have you. I'm also hearing some of those people that had much to say about what you were doing was being like, see, I told you you shouldn't have blah, 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 that type of shit. And that made you feel like shit too. Like, damn, like, okay, don't kick me when I'm down. We have Gullah Jack. This is the Hanged Man. Give me a minute. All right, so right now I'm shuffling and I'm hearing that part of the song by Rihanna where she's saying, you said you love me, but they just feel like words to me. And then she says something else, and she's like, stop thinking you can run over me. So there's this energy of the fact that these people with this Gullah Jack, which is basically gullible ass person, or what they felt like you were gullible. They wanted to keep you stuck and stagnant in regards to either them or whatever. And it looks like for a while this was the case. As you see, Gullah Jack got a fucking target on his fucking forehead. You know what I'm saying? So this is what was going on. And you had to sit here and decipher or decide whether you were going to Eight of Cups, walk the fuck away and see what the fuck else is out there, or let these people, places, and things tell you who you are and follow through with what they said you should be doing, right? And this is where there was an issue. Do I cut them off? But there's this thing where you didn't want to disappoint people. You didn't want to disappoint them. Big House. Daughter of Knives. Page of Swords. Give me a minute. I'm just going to stop it here. Go ahead and come to part 3. All right, so part 3, we have the Big House, which is the Tower card. We have the Daughter of Knives, Page of Swords. And we have the Two of Knives, right? Two of Swords. What happened is the fact that there were tower moments happening for you. Do you see? Some of you guys could be gifted. Some of this could have been about maybe psychic abilities, or maybe delving into a certain type of spirituality that most people wouldn't agree about, or what the fuck ever. But throat chakra. A lot of you guys had an issue speaking up. But I'm hearing Spirit say, these people were placed in your life to help you, to help you grow, to get you to start speaking up, to not just continue to accept what people thought of you or what they felt like you should be doing or what the fuck ever. As you see, we have the daughter of Nas. You see these like hands kind of coming and trying to like grab her or what the fuck ever. These were the people that were around you. This also could have been spiritual as well. There was a lot of things going on. With the tower moment that took place, there was a big boom that happened. Things falling apart. I'm hearing some of you guys didn't finish school because something happened, like maybe you got kicked out, or something happened, you couldn't get to school anymore. Maybe I'm hearing some of you guys, the baby is now coming back into to play. Some of you guys could have gotten pregnant and had to stop like going and pursuing your dreams or what the fuck ever. This was needed. It was tower moment was happening to break down that bullshit ass foundation that you fucking had. And it was like, it made you make a choice, because we have the Two of Swords. She has no eyes, right? So she couldn't even like blindly make a choice because she feels like she didn't know where she was going or what she could do, where she could see. And you chose a new beginning, or you will be choosing. If you're in the middle of this, you will be choosing a new beginning. This card is called the Free Man. And if you don't know, this tarot deck is kind of like, back in the day, kind of slavery energy or whatever. But the Free Man, right? Beginning, new timeline. It's whatever. Anyway, so this is where you are. It took the strength. You had to gather the strength. I get a vibe that you guys got tired of living for other people. We have Dr. Grant here. And the Six of Baskets. Bear with me a moment here. So within the midst of this situation, we have the Hermit here, along with the Strength card, right? You went into Hermit mode. And I was talking to my spirits the other day, and kind of I forgot how that was going, or like how I got on that topic. But sometimes like my mind literally be gone. Like there was a time when I was sitting in my car one time, and I was all in the fucking 5D, like gone. And I had like this person coming over, and like I was so gone and so into what I was looking at my phone, but my mind was gone because I was thinking about something. And they knocked on the door, and I literally dropped my phone. Like I screamed and everything, and I'm just like, bitch, you really just like took off from here. You're not even on this plane right now. But anyhow, I was talking to my spirits about something, and I don't know how I got to that topic or whatever, but they were saying how most people don't know themselves. They do not know what they want. And a lot of people don't know that they are pretty much following trauma, conditioning, society's beliefs, parental beliefs, friends, whatever the case may be. And because these people never sit there and take a step back and be like, let me go within, let me sit by myself. So many people don't like to be uncomfortable, so the moment something happens, they're off trying to fix it in a manner so they don't have to sit in it, right? Something happened with these tower moments, whether you chose to be like, this happened, I'm gonna sit the fuck back and just chill, or sometimes spirit will make you sit down, right? Like sometimes they'll be like, okay, bitch, you going to work, you act like you're so busy, you ain't got no job now, bitch, now sit there and think. And you won't be able to get one for a minute. Yeah. But something happened where it pushed you within. So you're learning yourself. You're starting to know what is for you and what isn't. You're becoming more aligned with your soul purpose and not what people say or what people think. This is why there's so many low vibrational people around, is because nobody cares to figure out things. They get uncomfortable, and they're uncomfortable means trying to fix it, go party, go drink, go have sex, go whatever. And others that's a bit more whatever will sit there and be like, I'm at to fucking sit here and feel this shit. There has been times when I have not had a choice. So I haven't always been like that. Now I know more so when things happen to go within, because I'm older and I've experienced a lot more setbacks. But there has been times in my early 20s when I was ripping and running and I needed to sit the fuck down, because even my mom was like, you need to chill. Like, you out, you doing shit every fucking night, blah, blah, blah. And I was made to sit down because I ended up getting in a wreck. My car was totaled. And then also where I worked, I got fired. I'm not going to that store. So and then when I was trying to find a job, I couldn't because it was these setbacks in place. So I've been made to sit the fuck down at times. So now I try to sit down by myself so they don't make me sit down because I don't want no sore ass, okay? But anyhow, this is what you will be doing or need to do 5 at 5 on the clock, on the timestamp, or have done already. We have the Ace of Six. And if you see, it looks like, you know what I mean. So the thing is, what I'm getting is the fact that I'm hearing you needed to revamp. You needed to revamp your plan. A lot of these things, we have the Empress here, the Queen. It's called the Big Queen. This is the Empress card. What's going on is the fact that this is going to be only for a few, like a small collective. This is not going to be for everybody. And lovely and oddly, this is not a love reading. Whatever. Take it how it resonates. But you needed to revamp your plan. You cannot move like everyone else. Somebody needs to hear, they're making me like yell that. Stop trying to move like other people. Stop trying to be dim-witted like other people. You can't. You can pretend, but that shit eats you. You're not them. Stop trying to make yourself less sensitive or lower your energy or what the fuck ever so you can fit in or so you don't have to be different from other people. You are fucking different. I'm hearing it. Accept that. Accept that. There's a big, my fucking face is itching all of a sudden. There is a bigger purpose for you. This is, okay, so this is, there's head tingling, head right here, tingling. This is for, I'm going to use this word, but whatever, the earth angel, star seeds, what, this is reading for you. It's kind of, whatever. Anyway, you cannot be like them. You have to sit down. Some of them, they're saying they made you sit the fuck down because you guys, like, they removed material things so you couldn't move around. If you know, you know. And they're saying, if that happened, bitch, you know, like, what that was a force. That was a fucking force because of what you're supposed to be doing here. You had to revamp your plan. And this is how they made you do it. So you went into hermit mode. And when you revamped, you got the energy and the balls, whatever you want to put, the passion to go ahead and move into the energy you're supposed to be in, whatever you're supposed to be doing for success. And whatever this is, it's going to bring you great victory and great success. And please know that this is the Six of Wands. This is somebody coming in after a fucking war or a battle that they have won, and people are celebrating them, right? So this is the energy of you. This is a vibe of, bitch, you've been through it. You've been through it, and you're coming out being celebrated. We see you. I'm hearing them say you got your stripes. You know, some of them, like, you got a belt. Some of karate could be very significant for some of you, or what have you, because you needed to be an Empress energy. This is what they're telling me. That's interesting. I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. They're saying everyone is not an Empress. Everyone can't be an Empress. It is something that you possess internally. Sometimes it needs to come out, but it's kind of like, come to part 4. So part 4. So I didn't even know this was a thing, but they're saying Empress means something, of course, but majority of people be like, okay, you know, you just got to elevate and then, you know, you can be an Empress energy. That's not what they're saying. That is not the fucking case. Everybody cannot be Empress. I didn't know that. I literally did not fucking know that. Literally just now. I just learned this. You, however, are. And that's what they were trying to pull out of you. There be so many things, but when readers, I had somebody be able to comment on one of my videos and like, this was great, but can you like pause when you're trying to get everything together? And like, you know, I guess because, you know, it was a bit chaotic, the energy. And I said no, because I channel real time, and when readers are doing shit there's so much stuff going on. I'm hearing people talk, like I'm hearing things coming through, like it's so much stuff going on, and I'm not gonna pause. You get to see the authentic, me being authentic in what I'm doing, right? If it's chaotic energy, that energy I'm picking up on is gonna come across chaotic. That's how what happens when you are going over a reading or something and you know it's authentic. You know, it's because of that shit that you feel and resonate. I'm not cutting my camera off while I'm sitting there while things are chaotic. Your person's chaotic or you're chaotic, so I'm gonna, whatever. Anyhow, I digress. But this is what they were trying to pull out of. They were trying to get you ready and put you in your energy. And this is what happened. So you can be celebrated. Stop playing on the ground with these people. That's what I'm hearing. So, with your spirit team, and I really kind of just do. I didn't know this was going to turn into this, but I rarely ever do things like, oh, your spirit, blah, blah, blah. But your spirit team is kind of like getting on your ass a little bit about how you moving around, how you keep trying to fucking fit in. Bitch, you are not them. 7 of baskets, 7 of cups. You are not them. Father of coins. Ancestors. Give me a minute. Okay, so I don't know, it looks like it's like kind of like delayed, but anyway, so we have the ancestors, we have 7 of Pentacles. This is death. This is a bit, hold on a second. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna write this up, but it looks like so we have the death card, which is ancestors, and then we have 7 of Pentacles. So it looks like there was needing to be a death to a situation as to where you were spending your time, what you were putting your time and energy, some possibly money into. So that ended up ending things. And then you had, because it looks like you had a lot of options, and a lot of these, because we have the 7 of Cups here, a lot of these things had nothing to do with who you are as a person on a soul level. So it looks like what took place is there was some planning. They put you in like a hermit mode energy so you can sit back, get to the core root of yourself. So this is how they're tying this in. So whether this is a love, like a relationship with somebody, friends, family, or romantic, or if this was like a situation, like an actual, like tangible thing, maybe, or like, career wise, like schooling or a job or what the fuck ever. This is what was going on, and they sat there and put you in the hermit mode, made you lose those things, not made you lose it, but kind of, whatever, so you can come up with a better plan because you needed to go into the direction you needed to be in, what you decided to do on a soul level. And you couldn't get to that if you were under the impression of other people, under the illusion of what you should be doing. It's easy, if you don't sit with yourself, it's very easy for you to sit there and be like, this is what I want. This is what but you don't know if that's really true because you've been told this is what you should want your entire life. Some people come out and they're a rebel and they're like, fuck that, I don't want to be in school, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. Most people try their best to kind of follow, the laws of the land or what the fuck ever. So once that happened, you were able to come up with the plan as to who you were or are authentically, and therefore make it be abundant for you. Start to work with the right people because that's what they wanted to do. You kept putting yourself in, that's what this is. Excuse me, confirmation. And in the energy of people, places, and things that wouldn't benefit you not one bit. You know what I'm saying? So you have the 3 of Pentacles, and I'm not just saying this because this is what I do, but this also gives me the vibe. Some of you could be tarot readers like myself, and I saw that, and I'm hearing the fact that this will be lucrative for you. This is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not just saying it because I'm reading, but this really stuck out to me. Anyway, so this is what was going on. So I'm hearing there's a method to the madness. Your heartbreak in regards to whatever you feel like you didn't accomplish, babe, it's okay. I'm hearing, let it go. It's okay. So last night, I swear to God, this was what was going on. I can't even get it out of my mouth. I'm so super stoked about it. But I was sitting there, right? And I've been getting this energy for a while. And it's weird for me to get this because I'm not even in that bracket at all. But, and tell me who it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm not in this shit. So I only got the story. I don't know who this is, right? probably should just ask, but whatever. I'm gonna call anybody up to ask them. But just think about this. So you know the story in the Bible. The Bible, I'm not a Christian at all, but you know, these things be coming out and it be, you know, relevant to shit, you know. But anyway, where who was this person that was like God God was like talking to like Satan and being like Satan is like, well, I bet he'll, you know, what's forsake, or I bet he'll like turn his back on you if you make him lose all his shit. His because I don't know, the guy with like the beautiful, like the beautiful daughters, the beautiful wife, and you know he was so abundant. Whoever that is, let me know. I don't know, bro. Put it in the comments. I'm ignorant when it comes to like the names. I just know the story because this is what my spirits were like tying in together for me last night. So it's that story, and he's like, I bet, you know, if you take the shit from him or whatever, he'll like, you know, turn his back on you, like, curse you and turn his back on you. And God was like, no, like he won't, blah, blah. And so he was like, okay, go do it. So he does it. He's like, takes everything from him that he was so proud of. So I guess the idea was like, yeah, he cool with you right now because you didn't gave him everything he fucking wanted. Now see how he is if you can't, you know, give him shit or you do shit. And long story short, he didn't turn his back on God, and God replaced him with like twice, like it was like times 2 the energy, you know what I'm saying? So like the wife that he had was really beautiful, but this one is like fucking beyond like gorgeous as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it was just more when he got rewarded, right? More than what he had prior to. Tell me the person who this is in the story. Forgive me. But anyway, so that is what they were telling me. So I keep getting this energy that what you have lost, it's fine. Don't fret over it. Relationships, whatever the case, whatever it is, it's fine. Because what's getting ready to happen, if I'm saying this shit, bro, and I'm bringing in Christianity, it is a fucking for a reason, bro. Like, I swear to God, because that is not my thing at all, as you can tell. But you're getting ready to get twice as much as you had prior to. So if you're like fucked up over like a person, like a guy or a woman that was just not blah, you're getting ready to find somebody that's equally yoked. Even though like this person's coming out as the father of coins, king of pentacles, the mother of cups is what you're coming out as. What I'm getting is a vibe you're going to be able to be in your whatever energy that is for you. Like if you're a feminine, you can be whatever. It's going to be that you can be. I might have to make a part, whatever, another part, but for this ending. But you're going to have twice as much as you had prior to. It's going to be replaced double. That's what I keep fucking hearing. So what the fuck ever. You're going to be able to be in your energy. So if you're a woman or just if you're a feminine, whatever, that's what you resonate with more so. I know a lot of feminine energy are complaining about how they're not allowed to be in their feminine energy. You're getting ready to be able to be in your feminine energy and flourish in that because that's where you're supposed to be anyway. Because you're getting ready to have someone that is going to, not that they're going to, come on to the next part. I'm going to wrap it up there, I swear. All right, so part 3. So, like I was saying, a lot of feminines are complaining about the fact that they're not allowed to be in their feminine energy because of what's going on. And what's going to happen is that there's going to be a masculine that's going to come in, male or female, does not fucking matter. We're talking about the energy here. That is going to allow you to be in your feminine energy. It's not going to be about anything they say or anything. It is going, I have another story about, I swear I have a story. It's going to be their energy. You're not going to even have to try to be in your feminine energy because they're going to, I know this sounds weird, they're going to put you there naturally. And it's going to be beautiful. So there's a story I told a long time ago. So a while ago, like maybe 2 years or whatever, I was trying to get this apartment, right? And I had, there was a whole bunch of shit that went down with it. But I ended up getting approved, whatever. And then like the people that originally was there. So like I signed the lease or signed up for like, because I'm like, I have anxiety, so I like to do shit as early as possible so there's no fucking issues. But anyway, I ended up signing the lease. And then, so the people that worked there at that point that signed me up all got fired, right? So I have a move-in date and I have everything. So I have movers. I got all this shit planned up. I took off work. I got movers, all this shit. You guys know how I go. You know, if you know, you know that it needs to happen on this day because I done spent some fucking money, right? So I go to do something, and the manager, there was a new guy there. He was like, I guess a GM. I don't know who the fuck. He was very, very. He was so cute though. But I was pissed because when I talked to him, he was like, oh yeah, so you can't move in on this day. It was like a holiday. You have to move in on the next day. And I'm like, you already stressed as you have to, because you have to fucking move, bro. That shit sucks. And then you mean to tell me y'all about to fuck my shit up? I didn't took off. I didn't pay movers. All this shit, and you about to tell me no? No. And so I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, I don't know if it was Memorial Day. It was something. I was supposed to be moving in on a Monday, and they're like, you can't move in that day. I don't know what happened as to why I ended up driving up there, but I did. And I was hot. I was fucking hot. And I'm not one of those people that sit there and like just be freaking the fuck out over like customers and stuff. But this shit was ridiculous because I was supposed to be gone that day with my apartment. All this, like you guys, if you know, that was the day I was supposed to be leaving, handing in keys, whatever. I would have had to pay. It would have been more money, more expensive, and just whatever. So I'm there and I'm hot, bro. I'm like yelling, like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, so basically, which I had somewhere, I could have went somewhere, but I'm just like, I was like, where's the move? Like, I was like, I got movers coming, and based on the people that you hire here, they fucked up and scheduled me on a day that y'all weren't open. Somebody about to do something because this ain't about to happen. I'm freaking the fuck out, right? Cursing, whatever. I try not to go there, but that was like, you fucking with my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? And the guy was like, he was all like, calm, right? Most people, they get, they start getting agitated, irritated, what the fuck ever, right? And he's all like, yeah, so he's like, okay, can you stop cussing at me? And I'm like, I'm not cursing you out. I was like, I'm cussing the situation. It's fine. And he's just like, okay, look. And so he's talking to me and blah, blah, blah. And he was all like, and I'm pregnant, mind you, at this time too. So that's even more so amplified. So he's all like, I'll handle it. Right? First of all, do de-escalate the fucking situation. This is some shit that can't nobody really teach you. This is some natural shit you got going on. People usually don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'll handle it. And somehow, before he even said that, he's like, yeah, I understand. Like, he's getting me to calm down, right? And after that, he's like, look, he's like, I'm going to handle it, okay? I forgot what he said he was going to do, but he's like, I'm going to fix it. And of course, I'm just like, are you though? Because I'm fucked up and I got anxiety and I don't trust people. So are you? He's like, no, he's like, I'm going to call you in a few hours and blah, 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 blah. It was also something that they had to do. They had to fix a tub or something or whatever. And by the time he got done, baby, let me tell you, first of all, he's gorgeous as fuck. Blonde hair, blue eyes. He was fucking tall as fuck too. I was like, oh my gosh. But prior to when I saw him, I didn't think that I was pissed off. But after he got me to calm down, and he's like inserting his masculinity in a healthy manner though. Because when it's fucked up, you got they got their chest out, they start being almost bitchy in a masculine way. You know what I'm talking about. This dude never did that, and I responded to his fucking energy so much so I'm making a post about that like way early on, so it's on my page or whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna handle it. And he took care of me, the frantic woman that is freaking the fuck out. He said he was going to take care of it. He said he kept his word too. And just in a nutshell, he was able to insert his dominance, his masculinity in a very quiet way. It wasn't intrusive. It didn't, because usually if they're doing it because it'll piss you off more, right? And it didn't piss me off. It calms me down. It's like that person when you're like freaking the fuck out, and you're like, oh my God, calm down. And you're like, I'm not yelling, and it just makes you more mad. This person, however the fuck he did that, bro, he chilled me the fuck out. When I got done, I was sitting there grinning at him and being like, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, so you gonna call me? Yeah, all right, cool. So I left there feeling safe and that he was going to handle it. Let me tell you also something else. He called me a few hours later and was like, hey, go ahead and move in on this day. Or what, I think he actually let me go ahead and move in on that day. And, that's what he said. He was like, just come up here like in a few days to get the keys and we'll go ahead and give you the keys and you can just move in on that day and it's cool. He followed through. Also, he inserted himself in a very fucking quiet ass way. And that is what masculinity is. That was the fucking, outside of my dad, that was the first time I had ever witnessed a man, actual man, like, you know, being a masculine energy. Because we think we see this shit. We think we know, or these dudes think they know what masculinity is, and it's not that. It's not beating on your chest. It's not sitting there, you know, telling women what you ain't gonna do, or, you know, having multiple sex partners, or what the fuck, whatever. That's that unhealed hyper masculine. That is not what it is. It is that shit right there. And that shit, and I'm not even, look, I'm a feminist, bro, and I'm not even somebody that's like sitting there being like, okay, I don't like, you can easily irritate me if you start trying to dominate me, right? I'm a Taurus on top of that. Easily heated. But because he had, his masculinity was real and healed, and it wasn't this weird projection of what they assume it is, he got me to calm down without even telling me to calm down. All just with his, actually the dude didn't even say that much. He just sat there and was like, yeah, I understand, okay. Yeah, I get that. And as he kept doing that, and I've talked to people before that was doing that and it just pissed me off because it's like, don't do that no more because you don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, you just saying, yeah. That wasn't the case with him. When he got done being, in a nutshell, bro, in a fucking nutshell, it was a fucking energy. It is something you can't pretend. You cannot act like you know. It's not really the words he was using because he didn't really say too much. But his energy was very, it's okay, I got it. It's cool. It'll be all right. I got you. His name is Rob. He was so cute. I calmed down, and he actually did follow through. And when I left there, I felt safe, which is what women talk about they want all the time anyway. But so that tying this back in, that energy I'm talking about is what this Father of Coins is going to be. It's an energy. It's an energy, and then you're going to be able to be in this Queen of Cups energy on, like, naturally, where you would like to be, where you would like to be nurturing and caring and what the fuck ever, and tend to their needs. And see, the thing is the fact that somebody, and women say this all the time in different ways, or feminines, if you could you need to let a woman needs to feel safe around you. Like, you can handle shit. If they feel that way, the things that women the things that they won't do for you or would do for you would be limitless. Just, it is. Make a woman feel safe and good, like you can handle it. Babe. That shit. Anyway, so that's my story about that in regards to the Father of Coins that's coming, King of Coins. He is masculine and not this bullshit masculine that's portrayed as whatever. The last part, I'm sorry. Anyhow, so sorry about that. But this is what's getting ready to happen with you. You're getting ready to meet somebody. And if you're the masculine energy, just switch what I fucking said. You're going to have a woman that's going to be able to pull that out of you. I'm hearing, and it's funny because I used this term today. And I said that for once I wanted to be the guard and not the hoe. I think I said that earlier. And I don't mean hoe as in like being a thought. I mean hoe as in the tool. Wait, is that the tool? No, that's the thing, like doing the gardening, whatever. The person that does like, I'm using the fixer, the one that's doing the gardening, and I just want to be the gardener. I want to be tended to at this point. That's what I was talking about earlier, and it's weird that pops up. Anyhow, I'm going to start posting this on YouTube, so at least I don't have to feel so bad about long readings, and it'd be like 12 things or whatever. People are like, what the fuck? Anyway, but that's what's going to happen. If you're a man, or if you resonate more with masculine energy or what the fuck ever, this woman is going to pull this masculinity out of you, something that you don't even know that's there. And it's not even in a sense of the fact that, like, oh, well, the right person is not even that. This person is just, this is a person that's for you. And that because it's already there, you're just not, you haven't been able to, whatever. Anyway, I digress. But that's what's going on. And all of this was the case. That's why I keep hearing them say, you are not them. Stop playing as the others do. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to push down your desires of what you want. Some of you guys are doing this in relationships with like an actual like romantic partner, and you were becoming more depressed because they did not honor a side of you that is very important to you. Some of you guys, I'm being drawn to this three of coins here. Some of you guys are readers or healers, or just spiritual, what the fuck ever, and they ignored that side of you, like they couldn't care less, and that it bothered you. And I feel like a lot of you guys were kind of sitting back, being like, I just wish, you know, I didn't know so much. I wish I didn't feel so much. I wish that I felt this way like everybody else, because other people seem to be able to get along in life a lot easier than I do. You're easily upset. You're sensitive. And I feel like whoever this is resonating with, male or female, doesn't matter. You've been told you're too, you know, just forget it. Like, why are you upset? You're too sensitive. And you've been trying to not be sensitive in regards to things, and you just can't. And Spirit is saying, listen, because I can resonate with this shit, because I've always been easily irritated. Whatever. But you're sensitive because you need to be. Because there is a higher purpose for you. We need people like you that's sensitive to come in and be able to talk to somebody about what's going on and make them feel okay. When I have clients that come in and or want readings and stuff, and it's usually about love or whatever, and I'm literally just being like, I understand what the fuck you're talking about. There is a lot of stuff I've been through. There's a lot of things that I have accepted that I shouldn't have. There's embarrassment that I of this shit as well. So like when I'm talking to them, or they'll even tell me like, oh, you just like, I feel comfortable talking to you. I'm sensitive. I understand, and I'm empathy. So there's that as well. So don't sit there and dim your light because other people don't like it, or you can't fit in or play like the others do. You're not supposed to. They can play like that because whatever. You have a bigger purpose. And this is what all this shit was about. And I do feel like what was going on is the fact that for a while, you were doing a lot of toxic things. Shit, that flew the fuck out my hand. Whatever. Drinking, that says drinking, toxic lifestyle. We have sex addict. Some of you guys could have been dealing with a sex addict and trying to meet their needs, because by you being empathic, you empaths or sensitives or what the fuck ever you have to create healthy boundaries, because it is so easy for us to fall victim to pleasing other people. That is like literally one-on-one, like it's so important. Anyway, so some of you guys could have been trying to placate or trying to please somebody that had a fucking problem. And in return, they kind of continuously made you feel like you just wasn't doing it for them, and you thought it was something wrong with you, and it was actually them. Some of you guys actually did just use sex to escape or whatever, but it would always, I'm hearing some of you guys had a few one-night stands or whatever, or was doing that, and you couldn't understand why it fucked you up more than other people. So some of you guys could have friends like that would have one-night stands, and I'm getting a heavy energy on masculine energy, because technically speaking, that's what people say masculinity is. It's like, oh yeah, let me have sex with all these people, whatever. And for whatever reason, it bothered you. You didn't like doing that. And I'm hearing somebody like, oh, you pussy, or like, blah, 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 like, oh, you go, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, and you're thinking something's wrong with you, and it's not, something's wrong with them. You are sensitive, and it's okay. And that is healthy. That's intelligent. You can't be like them. You can't. And you've tried to move around like they did, and it just didn't work for you. You couldn't do it. I feel like some of you guys slipped into a bunch of depression, trying to play as others do. What the fuck ever. You have honor. I'm hearing honor yourself. Stop fighting it. Honor it. It just is what it is. We have no strings. And I got a double meaning with this, or what have you. But I I feel like you had this no strings energy was giving me a vibe of the people you were dealing with that didn't. A lot of them weren't playing though. You like a lot of them. You think like, oh, they're probably just pretending. Like it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother them. They don't have any roots. You know what I'm saying? Like they're fucking basic, bro. So they could probably go have sex with like a bunch of men or women or what the fuck ever, and not bother their soul or what the fuck ever. And it bothers you. That's because they're empty vessels, right? You know what I'm saying? And don't try to mimic somebody that's like that. You will lose every time. So anyhow, this is what has happened at this point. You was bumping heads with these people, placing things, jobs, or what the fuck ever, and rejected by some or whatever the case may be. But this rejection was for a reason. We have funeral. This came out together. Funeral and workplace affair, which is about whatever. But I'm taking this in a different way. The fact that there is going to be an ending to your 9-to-5 job. There's a song by the fucking ex-ambassadors that keeps playing in my head a lot. I think it's called Give Up the Business, I believe. Anyway, so some of you guys, they're saying so long, working a 9-to-5 job or something like that. Like they're saying goodbye. Anyway, they're going to give up the business. This is getting ready to end. So if you're like somebody that's been sitting there being like, damn, like I fucking hate my job. Like, what am I doing? Like, this is not my thing, blah, blah, blah. How do I get out of this? There's going to be an ending to it. The fact that the funeral thing came out, I do feel like, not that you're going to like be fired or anything like that. I just feel like you will grieve this because this is going to put you in a different arena, which is I'm hearing, seemingly you're going to think it's going to make you lonelier than what you already are. Because now that's going to put you in a different, like, think about somebody like most people are pretty much just very basic, bills, paycheck to paycheck. That's really what's going on at this point. And think about the people you know, the people you hang out with, the people you talk to. And then all of a sudden you hit the lottery, right? So now you can't really hang out with them, not because they're like that, but the things that they're gonna have to do, like go to work and make sure this is the case and have more on their plate. It's like trying to look for a playmate while everybody's at school, and it's like it's gonna put you in a different arena. And I'm feeling like whatever's happening, whatever with this workplace, it's something's gonna happen that's gonna be good for you, not like a devastating situation, but like, let's just use this for an example. Just saying, you hit the lottery and now you have to quit, right? You don't have to, but you quit your job. You're like, fuck yeah, I can quit. The funeral, the grieving is going to come because it's a different energy for you. And now you're like, what does this look like? It's uncertain. And the fact that you're feeling like, oh, I'm going to be lonelier than what I already am, because now I'm not even like everybody else. You were never like everybody else. That's the biggest picture. But this is what you have turned into, Empress. Queen Bee, Queen Bee, secure, confident, boss bitch, career focus. Some of you guys will be able to really delve into your passion and it will become lucrative. So that is the fucking reading. I hope this helps, guys. Many blessings.